first off, I am a registered nurse, BSN. That means Bachelor of Science of Nursing, and I graduated in 2018. So I've been a nurse for roughly about 2 years now. This is my first YouTube video. It's been a long time coming, and I'm glad I'm doing it. So follow me on the journey. So today I just want to talk about my experience, how I got into nursing. Every state is different, every program is different. It varies where you're located. So I just briefly want to talk about where I was located. I did live in Rhode Island. So pretty much, let's start this thing off. So I graduated high school, and I got accepted to some college in Boston, and I was gonna go, but at the time I had a lot of family things going on that I just couldn't leave. I had to stay and watch out for my brother. So I ended up going to CCRI, which is a community college in Rhode Island, and I honestly do not regret it. That was the best decision I've ever made, because compared to how much money I was going to be spending, I think it was Fisher College. Yeah, I think it was Fisher College. At Fisher College, I saved a lot of money. I think Fisher College, I don't know how much it was, but it was up there. And especially because I was out of town. I was from Rhode Island. I think it was maybe 10,000 or 15,000, and I know I'm minimizing it. I know it was more than that, but anyway, that's beside the point. I went to CCRI for 2 years, and I graduated with my associates in general studies. But that wasn't my goal. My goal was to do my prerequisites. If you don't know what prerequisites are, those are classes that you take just before you even can get it accepted into nursing. You have to take these certain amount of classes. Basically they come from the basic classes like English, math, basic stuff, depending on your active places, which is your entrance exam into college. And then they start giving you classes that are required in order to apply for the nursing program. And those are the tough ones. I spent 2 years doing that before I even got into nursing. Those were anatomy and physiology, and those were really freaking hard. That was the tipping point. That was what's gonna determine whether or not I was actually gonna go through with being a nurse. It was the hardest class I ever taken at the time. So before you even get into nursing, the main classes that you do have to take for sure are anatomy, physiology, microbiology, at least for me. And that was it. If you wanted, and not including all the other classes, I had a lot of other, like psychology, developmental psychology, a few other stuff that I chose as an elective class, but you can choose as you may. But those were the main classes, and I'm probably forgetting some more, but those were the main classes that you absolutely needed for nursing. So those, if you wanted to get into community college, those were required, and an abundance of other classes that you need. And then you can apply, you take the TEAS test. If this is for the CCRI nursing program, I didn't go to the CCRI nursing program. I transferred to Rhode Island College. So it was just within that 2 years, I had gained enough credits to graduate as associate's degree. And I'm like, I don't even have a degree. I was just doing general studies, whatever. They're like, yeah, you still qualify for an associate's degree in general studies. Are you gonna be there for graduation? I'm like, graduation? Like what? So along the line, I had ended up getting an associate's degree, which I was happy with, but that wasn't my goal. So and then after that, I applied to Rhode Island College, and I got in. And from there, now things get kind of busy. Like, all right, so what is it now that I have to do? And sat down with a counselor, and pretty much I had to take chemistry A and organic chemistry. Sorry, organic chemistry A and B. Yeah, it was 2 semesters of chemistry, and I took a few other classes because you need I think about 120 credits to graduate with a bachelor's. So I had a lot of credits, but I guess I was just taking some extra ones. I don't know what for. I forgot, like history and I'll leave it in the comments. I'll leave it in the description below if I remember. But yeah, the main 2 things that I had to do before I even got into the nursing program at a 4-year college was chemistry A and B. All right, and that was on top of already doing the anatomy, physiology, microbiology, psychology, developmental psychology, and da 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 da. Okay, it was a lot. And those were hard. Okay, that was really freaking hard. I mean, that was like learning a whole new freaking language. And okay, that was just freaking hard. I don't even want to get in. That's gonna be a whole nother topic. If you guys want to know tips and tricks about chemistry or whatever, or anatomy, because I learned some new tricks along the way, just let me know in the comments below and I'll make a new video about that. But fast forward, I applied. First off, you have to have a really good standing GPA in order to get into nursing, because the stakes are very competitive, as you all know. So overall, I believe my GPA was about a 3.4 or 3.39. It was up there. It was somewhere around that 3.3, 3.4. It was right there. And you know, it really could go either way. It because I was just like a B plus A average student, you know, and I knew like there were some real strong students out there that it made me look like, why am I even here? Like, why do I even bother? Like, I'm not even close to being as smart as them, who have straight 4.0 GPAs. I mean, come on. So I already knew like I was competing with all of these 4.0 students and so on and so forth. And I'm just like, with my 3.3 average, it could go either way. You know, I might get in, I might not. And surprise, surprise, I got in on my first try. I cannot believe it. I got in on my first freaking try. I cried. I just cried. I did a ugly dance. I mean, I was so ecstatic. It was in that moment that I realized my life has literally been changed forever. Like, that was it for me. I am gonna be a nurse. But not only that, like I was like, what the heck? I'm gonna be a nurse. I'm like, wait, you still gotta get through nursing school now. Like, that was freaking hard in itself. Okay, that was hard. Yeah, like some you know, some colleges or community colleges require you to take a TEAS test in order to get in, you know, to even apply for nursing. At the 4-year college that I went to, you didn't need the TEAS test to get in. You just needed a good GPA, and that's what got me in. But we did still take a TEAS test once we were in the program, just so they can see where we stand, meaning like they can evaluate and see where I'm gonna have problems with, like if, you know, my reading score is low, that it's just a trajectory to see like, oh, you might have trouble in reading, you know, you might want to go tighten up on reading, or you know, you're a little lacking in the math, you might want to go tighten. But it wasn't like, oh, you can't get in with it. It's like, no, you got in with your GPA. It was just the trajectory. So yeah, once I was in, that took about 3 years. 3 long freaking brutal years. My God. I loved it and I hated every minute of it. I mean, I just could not get a break. You know, my grade went down tremendously. Like, I was easily getting A's and B pluses, and now I'm getting like B average, B minus, C's. Oh my God, I was like, what is this? So what was I? So yeah, I got in, and that was a brutal 3 years of my freaking life. And when they say you're not gonna have no life, I mean, you're not gonna have no life. And not only that, like all the negative comments you hear when you tell somebody that you're gonna be you're trying to go in a nursing program, they're always trying to like shun you, like no, oh my god, it's so competitive, you're never gonna get in. It's a huge wait list. Not no more. Not where I was from anyway. You're not gonna have a life. You're not gonna be able to do nothing. Oh, it's too expensive. All these things like. And I didn't listen to nobody because when I say I'm gonna do something, I am going to do that. Just that. And now that I hear y'all saying all this, I'm really gonna do it. Yeah, those 3 years were brutal. I heard the worst of the worst from everybody around me. Like, oh, that's so hard. Oh my God. And I'm just like, I'm gonna do it. You know, I even influence other people around me to do nursing that otherwise was not gonna do nursing. So I was like, that was nice to feel influential. So more about when I was in nursing, okay? This doesn't happen to every nursing program, but mine's especially was, we had to do ATI every class, every semester, every class. So if I had 3 classes, that's 3 HESI exams. Yes, it was that extensive and it was hard because even if I passed the class, I could have got an A in the class. I go in to take that HESI for, let's say Med-Surg. I'm taking Med-Surg 1. I passed Med-Surg 1, but now I gotta go take the Med-Surg ATI. I passed the Med-Surg and I failed the ATI. I fail the class. I fail the class automatically. And I think you can only have about 2 fails and then you get kicked out. So, I mean, the stakes were really high. Like, the whole time, like, it was just stress after stress after stress after stress. I'm just like, oh my God, I'm going crazy. Like, it was just too much. And the first ATI was really hard. I didn't get it. I didn't really understand I didn't really understand how the test was working. It was so difficult. Like, and I've come to realize, like, the best way I can explain nursing tests is like, all the answers are correct, but which one is the best correct one? Like, it'd be some silly stuff like that. And you really have to like come to your senses that this is how all nursing tests are going to be. And I failed it the first time by like 2 points. I was like, oh my God, I'm done. I really thought my nursing career was over. And then I had to like crack down and, you know, you get 1 retake and I retook the test and thank God I passed. And I learned from that test on, I learned exactly how to pass the HESI. And I never failed a HESI ever again. Ever. And it was because I learned something. I learned a trick. And if you guys want to know how to pass the ATI, comment below and I will make a whole video, which I do plan on doing, about how to pass the ATI every time. And I would love to talk about that topic. And at the end, then I had to take my exit exam after 3 brutal years. Then I had to take another exam, and if you don't pass this exam, then you don't graduate. I mean, like, how much can a girl take? We have tests after week after week, and then we had to take an ATI after every semester for every class, and then we had to take a HESI, a freaking HESI. Oh yeah, that's like in a game when you get to the very end, then you gotta face the big bad wolf, you know, like the biggest monster of them all. Like, yeah, that was the HESI, and that was tough. Oh my God, like that was incredible. Like, I cannot even begin to get into that with y'all. I will go over that with y'all very extensive. Like, I'm a really good teacher. I've learned that I can teach really well, and so I'm very willing to give my knowledge on how I got through testing, because over time in nursing school, I had to learn very quickly how to get good at these tests. And not only that, but it also just makes you a good nurse, because it's training your brain. It's training your brain to think critically, more critically than you've ever thought before. And it's all about prioritization. That's all I can say. I will definitely get into that in another video. So HESI comes. That mother was a but I passed on my first try, and I cannot freaking believe it. Like, I was just waiting there and waiting there. I forgot if we got the test. Yeah, you found out right then and there. Yes. As soon as you took it, you go in the back, and the one of the professors are monitoring it, and then they tell you right then and there if you passed. And it was like, congratulations, you passed. And I was like, oh my god, are you serious? Oh my god. I was like crying again. It was so much crying in nursing school. Like, every day is crying, but I was crying. I was so ecstatic. I could not believe it. It was the next happiest day of my life. First it was entering the nursing school, and then it was finding out that I could graduate nursing school. I am so sorry. I don't even know what got cut off, but I am running out of storage, so I have to just make this quick and cut this video short, and I will save the rest of the information in the next video. But the next thing after I did with HESI, I graduated, was the happiest day of my life. I immediately went and took my freaking NCLEX, like, I think 2 days after my graduation, because they said that once you pass the HESI, you're ready to go take the NCLEX, and it's best to take the NCLEX within 30 days after passing your HESI, because that's when you are the most prepared. And it's true. I passed on my first try. That was another whole monster, and I cried again. Of course, me crying all the time. Yeah, I was crying. I was happy because now I am officially a freaking nurse. I am a registered nurse. I can practice anywhere I go in the country. Well, you gotta get another license in all those places, but you know what I mean. I can work. I can make this money, baby. And it was the happiest day of my life. Never broke again. But that's a whole nother video. I just wanted to break down a little bit about what it was, my experience step by step. I will get into more details in another video. This was just an intro into my nursing, how I got into nursing, my nursing experience. And then from here, I'll be breaking it down detail by detail of each little experience that I had for y'all. And it's really, really something. I'm telling you, I have a lot to say. So stay tuned for that. And like I said, this was my experience. They differ from state to state, program to program. You have to, read what's the rules and regulations in your state and in your program. But this is what it was for me in little old Rhode Island. And here I am nursing it, and I love it, and I don't ever regret it. It was a really tough time in my life, but I will never regret it. I had a blast. I'm having a blast. I make good money. I mean, all nurses feel like we can make more money. We deserve a little bit more. Yeah, that's true. But for the most part, I make good money. It's a well-respected profession. I get a lot of respect for being a nurse. They're like, oh, you're a nurse? Oh my God. And then you just see people's attitude change, and it's a little weird, but I'm proud, makes me really proud. It makes me feel good. And I walk into work every day with a goal in mind, and that is to help somebody. And nothing feels greater than that. So yeah, until next time, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, put the bell on so you can get all my notifications, because your girl will be bringing all the tea, baby. And I am talking about everything in nursing. And I'm a new nurse. So you guys are going along with me for the ride. You guys are going to see what I go through. And I will be sharing story times and mishaps and all types of stuff that may happen. I'm here for it. And I hope you guys will continue this journey with me. Okay, until next time, see ya.